We're all familiar with the new manager bounce. Is there such a thing as a new head of youth development bounce? Let's find out. I mean, hello? Yeah, maybe. All right, my friends, welcome in. I'm recording this on the 12th to kind of give you an idea of where we are in the news cycle. Liverpool gets knocked out by Atletico Madrid, despite having played a pretty good game, honestly. I feel bad for Adrian, to be honest with you. You know, like, just unfortunate. Pulled in a Dareson, against Liverpool a couple seasons ago, with the clearance straight to Mo Salah, and then he just bangs it right back home. Not exactly the same, but that was kind of the turning point of the game. But none of that matters, because at the time of recording this, UEFA is considering suspending the champions and Europa Leagues. The EPL is, I think, announced. I think it's official. I saw that they were thinking about it. I think it's official that they're going to play games behind closed doors, which is crazy. Like, I saw a good thing from the Redmond TV talking about, every fan base has their conspiracy theories, and it's like, come on, universe, like, the first time Liverpool's going to win the league in 30 years, and it may get suspended where no one can show up. But it goes back to me, like, there's always going to be, I guess, banter online about stuff like that, but, like, life is more important than football, right? Like, it just is. And this situation has continued to get scary. My family, we're not, like, no one in my family is sick or anything like that, but I can't remember if I've shared this before or if I shared it last episode. I'm sorry. My brain's a little frazzled right now. I've got two elderly parents, and my mom's got, or my wife's got two elderly parents, and we see them a lot. And so we are essentially going to be not self-quarantining, but intentionally avoiding large public gatherings until, this thing kind of gets under control. Everything I've seen has been about, you want to flatten the curve. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google coronavirus flatten the curve, and you'll find all kinds of images that explain it. But essentially, my understanding, hello, not a medical professional, is that, like, in Italy right now, which is ironic, they've had so many cases that they're literally running out of beds in hospitals. And so that means, and that's like because of everybody getting sick of this coronavirus. But on top of that, you have a heart attack. They may not have a bed for you. They may not be able to get to you in time, right? Like, those types of things. So it's like, because it's putting all this stress, because it's in a short time frame, the number of patients and the number of beds is here, right? So this is the curve. And so it's like, okay, so how can we flatten out that? How can we squish this down to spread it out so that you don't reach maximum capacity in your hospitals around the world? And it's obviously, the United States is about 2 weeks behind Italy, all that kind of stuff. So it's weird. We're not, like, we pay good money for my son to be in a football program, and we're not going to go. Now, luckily, next week was going to be spring break anyway, to where they weren't going to have games and whatever. We're not doing anything on the weekends. We're pretty much staying home. We've got, like a 2-week supply of food. Not that I think it's going to come to that, but, like, it's one of those things where, again, with my brain, you go back and forth between, like, it's going to be fine, just be smart and wash your hands, right? Like, it's going to be fine. To, like, the other side of your brain, it's like, like the cartoons with, like, the little angel and the devil. And this is not angels and devils. This is, like, I don't know what the two characters are. Let me know what you think they are. But the other one is, like, you should have been ready for the zombie apocalypse by now. Like, you had years to prepare. Like, and, like, trying not to panic, but be smart. So, again, I hope my channel provides you a little bit of joy. But, like, going back to the Liverpool thing, like, there's always going to be idiots that, think it's funny to, like, be like, haha, you won the league. It's going to be the coronavirus season. That's what you won. And I just go, like, I don't know. I just don't think that's very funny. Like, none of this is funny. Like, when Juventus has a player, and Real Madrid, I think Real Madrid is self-quarantining. Juventus has got a player that is tested positive for it. The NBA is suspended the season, indefinitely until like we figure out what we're gonna do. Like I would like to think maybe it's just that most football fans, right? Like when Man City won the league last year and it was a tight race with Liverpool, it's still like hat off to him. You take your hat off to him. Like amazing season, like unbelievable. I enjoy watching a good Man City team play the Man City way because it's so like it's one of those things that as a guy who played football growing up a little bit, just seeing like how fast they move the ball around and like do, and then there's just a tap in at the back. You're just like, that's just like I can appreciate, even though they're not my team, I can appreciate the accomplishment that team had last season, right? So I'm trying to put myself like if they were doing that this season, it's like I don't think I would ever go like like you were gonna win the league, but now it's suspended. Like I don't know. And again, like I understand. Yes, I am a Liverpool fan, so maybe I'm more impacted. But I also think about, and again, I saw this from the Redmond TV. I think about, okay, let's look at the teams that are currently in the relegation spots that are fighting, and maybe they spent some money in the the January window to try and fight out of this. Norwich City like would go down right now. Aston Villa and Bournemouth, who are in a neck and neck race with Watford and West Ham, and it's just goal differential. At least that's what it looks like. That is the difference. And Aston Villa has a game in hand. Like these are things that could not. I don't think those clubs are going to be destroyed, but like imagine your League Two team that could get relegated, where they would have had a chance to fight back, right? The gate receipts that are going to be missing for the clubs throughout the leagues, like not as big of a deal in the Premier League, right? Because you got the TV rights, so that's where all the money is, right? But for your League One team, getting those fans to show up every day, and now they're not going to be allowed to show up. That's it. It's sad, right? Like it's sad from a sporting perspective, but it's also sad from, life. Obviously, that's the more important thing. So I don't know. I guess I just look at it and go like, I don't think I would ever be like, oh, hey, Arsenal, like you were going to win your first title in so many years. Haha. Like, I don't know. I think Gordon Bell left a comment a couple episodes ago. It's like, welcome to the British sense of humor where like we make light, whatever you said, Gordon, like we make light of like horrific situations. Welcome to the world of the British dark sense of humor where we deal with things by laughing about them. He also said, and Dr. Evil would definitely have laser beams. So, I don't know. That's an 8-minute opening monologue, I guess. I hope you're well. I hope you stay safe. That's what my family's doing is I am very lucky in that I already work from home, and that I can't remember if I've ever shared this, but I did on Twitter today. So we homeschool. I think I've shared that. I don't know. And so from that standpoint, we are very blessed in that we're not going like, well, they haven't closed schools, so I guess we have to keep sending our kids. It's like, nope, like not doing that. Plus next week is spring break. So hopefully that helps where, everybody can just kind of like hang out and not be near each other. But that's what's going on. So again, I hope my channel brings a little bit of light to your day. We'll keep plugging away. I wish I honestly had more time to create content, or if I could like, this I honestly think is a great opportunity if you're a streamer, right? Like if people can't leave their houses and have nothing else to do, fantastic time to be, if you're entertaining, to try and be entertaining. So I don't really have a transition into let's talk about our youth intake, but let's talk about our youth intake. Let's just look at the gentleman that is our head of youth development, Giovanni Guerri. Quite good, you could say, from Perugia. We stole him away. This is quite the youth intake, my friends. Right? Like once you get about here, it goes back to, meh type. But like, even this one, even though his potential isn't as high, his current ability is 1.5 stars. He's lighthearted. Don't love that. I honestly, I want to assign some of these to patrons. I just haven't had time because, life has been crazy right now, like planning for the future. So if you are a patron who has not had a staff member or a player named after you, leave a comment. We will run through them. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. We'll run through them quickly, and then I went ahead and just signed whoever our assistant recommended. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. There should be at least 5 Italians and a Moroccan in our squad. So let's just look at them real quick. So you got a midfielder, Massimiliano De Angelis, 3.5 star, 2.5 to 3.5 star. So kind of a make it or break it. But like if you are a bang average midfielder in comparison to the rest of our squad, that's really good, right? Like that's still a really good player. Like that's like Nicholas Haas right now is a 3-star current and potential player. That would be really good. Fairly loyal, right-footed central midfielder on attack. Could play a deep-lying playmaker. Not bad. Simeone Longo is a right winger, either-footed though. And I like that he already knows the invert. Like I do love that. Like you're either-footed. That means you can actually play. Like it doesn't do you any good if you're either-footed and you only know the winger role, right? Like so the fact that he knows both, I kind of like. Composure's not great, but runs with the ball often. He's got 12 on dribbling. Vision is terrible. He can't see, past his, there's a hand that runs in front of him all the time and he can't see past it. Rachid Bakali is a left winger. That's what I'm talking about. He's only left footed, so he doesn't really know the inside forward or inverted winger, but, it'd be nice if he did. Vision and work rate, not great. Is it just that he's pacey and can already, 9 and 10 crossing and dribbling is not anything to shake a stick at. Andrea Giantoli is a left back, fullback, left-footed only, determined, 19, with an 11 work rate, 5'9", that's all right. And then I think, we got 2 more here. Andrea Mara is a pressing forward or a deep-lying forward. Can't really finish to save his life. So it's like deep lying forward support, much more his thing, the first touch with the passing and all that kind of stuff. But again, he's 16. He can run at you and go boogity, boogity, boogity. He's 6'1" and knows the target man role. Not bad. And then last but not least, it's not that I don't think the others are important. It's just that they're not important. Mariano Bellotti with a 1.5 star, 3-star. We already looked at him. Yeah. So if you're a patron and you're interested, now if like 3 people want the same player, I'm just going to put it into a random number generator and we'll just assign you somebody. But now let's hop forward and talk about what's going on in the league. Also to show you, starting I think here. So that's the Moroccan, right? So it's always interesting to see if there was a difference in the current potential ability. So Rashid, Mariano it looks to be the same. Andrea looks to be about the same. Mara is still there. Longo, I remember that name, is still there, and De Angelis is still there. So the other ones, as you can tell, were not recommend. Oh boy, don't do that. Here's how we do this. Okay, these were not recommended that we sign. It looks like we signed some of the ones maybe just to have some cover. Ugh, 2 gray stars, but I was just like, that's fine. Just like whoever my staff wants to sign, you guys take care of it. That's fine with me. We take on Juventus today. We may just take on Juventus, to be honest with you, because of that 8-minute monologue and talking about youth intake. It's been up and down, I think you could say. Drew with Napoli, which was okay. We played a Giroud or Cooper 4. Yeah, we played the 4-1-4-1, and I think it caught him by surprise. And then we got smashed. But we went back to playing the 3-4-3 against Sassuolo, which has done all right and was not pretty, my friends. Came back, beat Roma, which was nice. And I think that was what did I do with that? Grande as 4, Giallo, Surge, Cesare, Ku. I think we might have played a 4-2-3-1. And it was out of necessity because we had some injuries. So it was nice that out of necessity we played a 4-2-3-1, and we were on top. It was 2-0, and we gave him an 84th minute, goal. Kind of gives us a scare, but it worked out. And then Genoa, I think again we played the 4-2-3-1 out of necessity. So here's what we have going on. Ferranti is injured. Sprained knee ligaments, out for another 4 weeks. So Al Capone, oh, this is a lot of sorts. Al Capone has been called up. Thanks for playing, Al. You're hopefully never going to make it into the squad. Let's see. I'm trying to. I can't remember. I could, I guess, show you the injury history. Grandi. No. Why are the dates like that? That's weird. This is fantastic content. You don't have to tell me. We played a 4-2-3-1, so off you go. Playing Juventus today. We're gonna go back to the 3-4-3 in hopes of, getting back to what we're good at. Like, I was pretty disappointed with the Genoa game because you could tell Genoa is not on this part of the list. They are down here. So we really needed the win. We do have the game in hand against Sampdoria and Sassuolo, so we do have a chance to hop up here to 4th if we could win against Juventus. Now, Juventus is thinking the same thing. They're right below us. And then Inter is the next game. It's just, I don't know what it feels like I'm doing something wrong. Where, like, you come up here. Let's just do this real quick. This will either make me feel great or terrible about myself, so let's find out. Okay. I was going to say, it feels like we usually start strong and then it falls off, but clearly that's not the case. Like, that's not the strongest of starts. We had this nice run starting November 20th against Juventus and Inter. Like, can we not get both of those back to back, like both legs, like the home and away against those teams back to get back in the fall and the spring? That'd be nice. But we get this nice run going and then it kind of falters a little bit. And, I don't know. It just feels like we should have won this game. We should have won this game. Now, you could argue you probably shouldn't have drawn this game. So I guess there's some give and take to it. But you just go like, man, I'm just looking for that consistency. So that's what we got going on. Let's go play Juventus, I guess. Are we ready to do that? I'm not meant to, hold on. Let me just get myself sorted and look at my team and make sure I know what I'm doing here. And then I just don't want to do that live. Oh, I remember what I was going to show you. Paul Company has a new contract. We've not tripled. We've more than doubled his wages. He was on 14.5. He's up to 33.5. You know what's interesting? When you go to offer contract, and it says, I'm trying to sweeten the deal as much as I can to at least make it interesting, right? Because he wanted star player, and I thought he was going to want like 90 grand. Like, hey, bro, we can't really afford that. And it's like, I want to know what his preferred position that he wants to play in is. Advance forward. Which I thought was quite interesting. He's been quite good. I mean, 7-3-4 and 2 goals in the last 5. Ida has come back. Ida's not done great. Let's be honest. He's on a 6.58. Is Ida the new Cassidy? I don't know. So I'm trying to give Ida a chance. Like, he went out with the injury. I've been trying to give him a chance to come back. He's still got 17 goals and 25 starts and 3 subs, right? So, like, it's not like he's terrible, but his star rating in comparison has dropped. Like, Colomani is now better. So I'm like, ooh. What do we do about that? Should we play a 4-4-2 or 4-2-4? Cheeky. Yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. So, what would you do? I don't know. I just think it's interesting that, like, he like wanted to play advance forward. So, my friends, fairly even odds, although they are in much stronger form. Inconsistent. That's what I was just talking about. Let's go play it. Shall we? Oy vey. Tyrese is back from his broken arm with a 46% match sharpness. We'll try and get him up to 80% before the end of the season. Look at all the actual faces. That must be Let's go cause an upset. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Go make a difference. There we go, lads. All right. Hey, they've got really good players. Yay. I mean, I guess I'd be okay with like a boring, no highlight game and then we get a winner at the end. Or just a draw. Boy, we are dominating possession. Holy cow. Like, we are 23 minutes into the game. What happened to them? Are they just giving us possession? Have they gone full Leicester? Like 4-4-2 defend, counter-attacking Leicester. Is that what's happening here? Would that oh, Oreo. Oh, of course. Look at that possession. I don't know if I've seen possession that high in Serie A. In our Serie A season, especially against the likes of this. Oh, what is this? Can I get an analysis, please? Attribution, mate, you're fine. Get some of the icy spray, you know. Oh, man, you had an option. He had the same guy. He had Machoy here coming in that he could have passed it to. Instead, he just, like, panic clearanced it. Oh, yeah. Did I just see another injury? Oh, no, Grandi is anxious. Okay. I was like, what is happening? I can't believe we have that much possession. Fabinho. Vignato coming down the wing. The box is quite full, and instead, is there a more GHG thing? We have more shots, more on target. Now they're gonna have a clear-cut chance. It's Fabinho. Of course it is. I'm trying not to just throw my microphone across the room. It's expensive. I don't want to lose it. I think Serge is going to come off because he's not really improved his physical condition. So I guess the bruised shin was pretty rough. Did the studs, did they, what happened to you, man? What'd they do to my baby? It's hard to, like, we're down 2-0 in a game where it's like, we've played really well. We've had possession. We haven't created any chances. Okay, fair. But, like, it's not like we've been played off the park. Their only clear-cut chance is a penalty. The only chance they've created is a penalty. Anybody want to step? We have 3 center backs. Anybody want to step to him? Anybody want to step to him? Dear. I hope your day is, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you. Like, I don't understand what just happened there. I'm honestly kind of at a loss. Like, you guys want to do something about the guy that's running right at your face? I guess not. Enjoy. Sure, we'll try. I mean, we've not created a chance, and we've given up 3 goals. We might as well try, I guess, going to the 4-2-3-1, even though that's, probably going to leave us more open for sure. In this, I've taken off the overlap just to see if we can be a little more solid by, like, not getting too far forward, but, like, being smart about it. I don't know. I'm so befuddled right now, to be honest with you. What is happening? Show some passion. Let's go. Grandi is frustrated. Old man shakes fist at clouds. That's Grandi right now. He's not really old, but he's mimicking the old man. Haas to Giallo. Perin. Or Pezere, or whatever his freaking name is. Colombani on the wing. Colombani crosses it. Don't believe. We've had this happen. You know what I'm going to say. Don't believe. Just don't even think about it. Don't even. No. It's just to give you a little taste. I probably should have gone attacking, you'd think. Yeah. Demand more. Let's go. We might as well throw caution to the wind, my friends. Now we'll underlap everything. Everyone get forward. You're playing terrible. You're very frustrated. Great. Things are great. Enjoy. Maybe I should have brought on Al Capone. Scare them all. I'm so frustrated about that third goal, to be honest with you. Like, he just ran right. Everybody ran away from him. Run away! It's a poor game. One clear-cut chance and a penalty for them. 1/2 chance for us. That's the game. No, don't you dare believe. I told you. We've had 18 shots and 14 on target. All right, proper FMing. Right, proper lads. And just like that, my friends, we find ourselves in 7th. Oh, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed about life right now. This is not helping. I think, honestly, we've gone long enough on this and my ramble that it's going to be a super long episode otherwise. So I'm going to stop it there and bring you back somewhere down in here. Again, I hope you are well. I hope no one you know is impacted by this horrible thing, and we're all gonna make it through together. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one. I think I'm gonna order some miniature painting supplies because if I'm gonna be stuck in my house, I'm gonna need something to do. So if you do that, what do you recommend? Enjoy.